I asked you guys in a poll whether I should get the new legendary Vesta bundle when it comes out, or whether I should just get the tier 5 ships and do some more tier 5 content, and most of you said you wanted more tier 5 content. The rest of you wanted Jamba Juice, and very few of you wanted the legendary Vesta content, since the bundle is just so darn mediocre. So here we are in the tier 5 Vesta, the one with all of the science console slots. There are 3 versions, of course. We come into the store here and come down to ships and go to tier 5. We've got the Reconnaissance Explorer. Of course, it's not, there we go, the Reconnaissance Explorer, the Strategic Explorer, and the Surveillance Explorer. And I've always thought these were pretty nice looking ships. We are in the Surveillance Explorer currently. See it right here. And it's I've got the platinum shield on because I think it looks pretty good on here. In terms of the build, it's nothing special. I went for more of an old school thing here. Just got the typical sort of side torp stuff, gravimetric, neutronic, delphic. Got some biomolecular mines on the back here. I got the 4-piece revolutionary set from the event they had a while back, and a strategic deteriorating secondary deflector. The consoles, the science ones, are just filled up with the exotic particle focusers, which all just give exotic damage and control expertise, and they have a chance to give more exotic damage when you're using exotic damage abilities. So got a bunch of those on there. And then I have both of the Vesta console sets, the tier 5 set and the tier 6 set, so it's just a bit thematic that way. It comes with runabouts by default, which are not great, but I went ahead and got the elite versions anyway, which are actually called Yellowstone runabouts. They got a phaser array, a chronoton torpedo, tractor beam 3, and eject warp plasma. And they're at least big enough that you can kind of see them flying around and doing stuff. I decided not to do any personal space traits or starship traits because tier 5 ships, well, they predate starship traits basically. I did upgrade it to tier 5U because you kind of have to, but I went ahead and left off the traits altogether. I did keep the space reputation traits. We got crit chance, severity, and then both of the auxiliary configurations, the offense and the defense one. And for the stations, I tried not to go too far on the lockbox stuff here or any of that kind of like crazy stuff. I got gravity well. I got the trifecta there. You got gravity well, you got very cold in space, and you have subspace vortex. You can click those all at once, create 3 big hazards, it pulls them in, it does all that. Sonic officer for some cooldown. Got tachyon beam and destabilizing resonance beam to trigger the secondary deflector. Got delayed overload cascade and tractor beam on there. Got auxiliary power to structural integrity to help keep us alive since we're not using any traits. Emergency power to engines for speed. And then because we have mines and torpedoes, I got a dispersal pattern and a high yield on there. Nothing too fancy, so let's just go ahead and take her out for a spin and see how it holds up. Alright, I've loaded into Strike at Sadia on advanced difficulty, and we're going to be attacking some Mokai, so let's go ahead and get this Vesta class powered up here, get some Yellowstones out of the hangar bay, clean up these Klingon Mokai scum. They've kindly categorized as hostile forces, which just sounds so polite, doesn't it? They're not enemies, they're hostile forces. Alright, we have to help repair ships and clear out the viruses that have been planted onto their computers. Go ahead and get that done. We're here to help. They had AAA. This is the space version of AAA. Go ahead and repair this frigate. Still clearing the viruses, but they're picking up more Mokai, so we're gonna have to go and do what we do best. No one asks us to, like, you know, the best way to rearrange furniture. It's always you have to blow up a bunch of spaceships, and they blew up pretty quickly. That wasn't too bad. We're about to blow up pretty quickly, but we don't really have much in the way of defenses, so that's understandable. And we are tickling it to death apparently. All right, Enterprise is hailing us again. Got to clear more viruses on more computers, so let's go get to it. Tech support has arrived. Unfortunately, they opened an email from a Nigerian prince and they got a virus on their computers. They got to learn not to do that. Too gullible in the future. Get this battleship repaired here. They got to get Norton antivirus. I don't know. They must have let it expire. I can't really think of... Alright, more company. I got one more dreadnought here. This one's labeled as an assault fleet, so that's extra scary, supposedly. And we did it. It's nice of them to wait, you know? Like, if they all showed up at once, they probably could have won. But it's like in a movie where the bad guys just kind of come up to the hero one by one and give them a chance, you know? It was very, very, very considerate of them. These are not Mokai. These are Klingon rebels, though. I would say they're rebels without a cause, but they do have a cause. Still can't get that virus under control. One of the few patrols that has a cutscene, so that's kind of neat. Nice that they included that in there. Unfortunately, we were not able to save it. Yeah, no kidding, the damage is catastrophic. It blew up. All right, thank you very much, and let's get our reward and get out of here. And I suppose if we want to make it look a little bit more like the new legendary version is going to look, we can go ahead and just slap on the Section 31 Vanity Shield. That ought to do a pretty good job of roughly approximating. So if you're not going to be getting the new legendary Vesta, but you have one of the old ones, especially the tier 6 ones, those are probably better anyway because they have temporal seating. Just slap a Section 31 Vanity Shield on there and it's pretty much just as good. And thank you guys for watching. Special thank you to my channel members. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.